Welcome to the MercGoat Conspiracy. Today we're going to have some fun. We're going to make you think.
That
we're
fucking duck just staring at me from the fucking window. Fuck you, duck. You think you're better than me?
You been listening to Psycho Stick a little bit?
No. I think the shrooms are kicking in now. Fucking duck.
When'd you have shrooms?
On the way here, actually.
The fuck?
You didn't share?
No. Fucking duck.
Joining us today, the leader of the celibacy team for 4 years straight and the winner of the gold medal, SLB.
Woohoo!
The most soulless ginger in the world, the Ginger.
Yeah.
And the Ingress Rookie of the Year, Zorn. Today we are drinking Narragansett because we were really cheap on beer. And it's local.
It is local. Yeah, it's probably the local beer to get shit-faced on.
It's very true. Most people don't know what it tastes like because most people are loaded when they go to it.
I mean, I've started a couple nights on Gansett, and usually those are the worst hangovers you'll ever have. Because when you're drinking piss water, it's probably better than piss water, you know?
It's made on honor. Don't.
It's local piss water, sorry.
Well, personally, this is my absolute favorite. I started with pizza and beer with this, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I've loved it ever since.
It does go good with pizza.
No, it's a good. What would you call it? Something like Coors or something like Miller, but it's definitely, I think, the king of all those kinds of beers. Just but we're used to drinking, more expensive beer.
Yep. I mean, I know this beer snob friend of mine who cringes every time I'm like, oh yeah, Gets the best. Although, I do say it a lot just to watch him cringe. Whatever. So, we have our Ingress hard mode of the week. This is actually done with a friend of mine, one of the new rookies out the gate. Hacknala is his handle. We decided that we were going to go get him a Guardian portal. What that means is you have to be absolutely insane or on some sort of crack to get these specific things. And a Guardian is, if you have it for X amount of days, you get badges. So we go out into the middle of the woods, and this is back when there's still like 2 feet of snow on the ground. So we're going back there, we're going back there, we're going back there. And we're following this set of tracks, and then all of a sudden the set of tracks stops. And they're normal person tracks, and then the bear tracks start. So it's a very interesting transition, because we're assuming guy just turned around and ran the hell away in his own tracks.
Do you think he saw the bear?
I'm pretty sure, because there's human tracks, then nothing for a good 5 feet, then the bear tracks are standing there.
Was there a brown or yellow liquid around these tracks?
No, there was not. Hopefully he was wearing pants.
What if he became the bear?
Well,
Am I the only one not thinking this option here? What if he became
I was
the
actually
bear?
thinking that.
well, apparently a werebear did not get the portal, though. So
That's good.
Was
Fuck
it a
those
full
werebears.
moon that night?
actually, it was a full moon that night.
And werebears work on the seasons anyways, not influence.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Bears were not in the NFL playoffs this year, so definitely wasn't one of them.
Okay. So we go all the way down there, and we're literally in the middle of the woods, and my phone is currently working, and his, as he puts it, he ingresses on a potato, which barely runs the game. So he's sitting there trying to get his phone to work, and I could have been like, yeah, I could have this world for myself, I'm giving it to him.
It was making dial-up noises.
It actually sat there for about 3 seconds of sputtering the Ingress logo, and then back to his normal home screen, and then Ingress logo, then back to this home screen, and then you could actually hear it turn over and finally start. So his phone's kind of crap for the game.
What is it, like an old, singular phone with a 20-foot antenna?
Let's just say the first sort of smartphone that happened, that's what he has.
Sort of smartphone. So it's a BlackBerry.
Yeah, sort of like that, except it didn't have the pull down.
And have the black and white screen, too, and everything was pixelated.
So it's a smartphone with Asperger's.
Excellent.
Yeah, perfect way to put it.
So Asperger's phone sits there for 15 minutes, finally connecting. And that's where it got interesting, because my phone went out. So he sits there, and he makes the portal, and I'm like, okay, excellent, did you get the key? And he's like, yeah, I got the key. So I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to upgrade it now. And I'm praying to the wireless gods to give me my phone back. And as soon as I sort of give up and just go I gotta take a piss, and I hand the phone to him, it comes on. And I'm like, excellent! I take it back, and nothing. So I give it back to him, I move my 5 feet away, and I'm taking my piss, and I'm like, how's it for you? Oh, yeah, I can do things, it's fine. So I get it back, and then I make a pact with the universe in order to try and finish upgrading.
You sold your soul, huh?
Well, no, I didn't sell my soul. I kind of keep that in my back pocket. It's but I pretty much talked to them and said, "Oh, my firstborn might be up for grabs if you could just let me get this portal key, just the key." And apparently the universe didn't want me to have it because I sunk 2 heat sinks in and I couldn't get it.
Maybe it's a sign you're not going to have kids.
No, he'll just be with the most psycho woman ever, which they don't realize that he'll be like, "Thank you."
No, that's them just saying, "We don't want your kids. Keep them."
We know what you like, and we don't like it ourselves.
Yes, my spawn are thankfully still mine. But that is the Ingress argument of the week.
Your spawn is still in your sock.
That's where he keeps his sperm bank. Actually, my sister-in-law finally said to me, Merc is pissing me off. I go, why? Because I was doing Ingress yesterday, and who else pulls up at the church? But Merc and his friends. And she's telling me the story. She goes, SOB, you need to join us on Ingress. I go, no. I refuse. I do not have the time. But can I just put it on your phone? No. It'll just be there. No. I did that to my Mike.
How
Is he
much did
playing
she
now?
complain about me?
That's all she said. She said it all morning.
She said?
And basically it was more of a selling point. Get on Ingress and join my team. I'm like, no. And if one more person asks me to join Ingress, let me tell you,
He's gonna make his own team. He's gonna be the red team.
I am. I'm gonna be just me.
You want to join Ingress with me?
We'll be the anti-Ingress team.
Alright. Not really doing anything. I'm only level 2 still for like the last month.
Okay, so you and me will start our own team. We'll just piss everyone else who loves Ingress.
Alright.
For what
Okay.
it's worth, me, Zorn, and a friend actually looked at the intel map, found every one of her portals, and took them down last night.
What kind of portal?
The Ingress portal.
Oh, you said every one of her portals and took them down.
No, yeah, we're not going anywhere near her portals, thank you.
No.
No, we spotted her from across the way in East Greenwich, and my friend who's never met her was just like, "Who the hell is that lady?"
That's a trap!
She gave him a death stare.
Yep.
It was like a moose looking at you when it's crossing the road.
Speaking of random wild animals, I saw this video yesterday. It was of a wild deer that apparently got separated from its mother, and this hunter, although he didn't have like a gun or anything on him, went up to it and started petting it because it had no idea to be afraid of humans.
Huh. So it was like the ending of Bambi that everyone else wanted.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that video 1 star.
The guy said he might actually sell all his gear because it like got to him a little bit. So it's pretty interesting.
And his man card needs to be snipped. Yeah, man card needs to be snipped and Bambi meat.
Well, I was reading this article about this guy in Antarctica, and if you didn't know, one of the most vicious predators down there is the sea lion.
Wharf rats, as we call them in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're pretty big down there, and basically, like, they can get bigger than like a bear. Like, you have a bigger thing than swimming than a bear that come at you, and their mouth is like twice as big. And he's sitting there, and he's taking photos, and it comes right up to the camera, and he's like, "Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!" And what does it do? It gives him a penguin. Here you go, have a penguin. And then he knows the guys, and then the penguin just swim away, and he's like, "Oh, here's another penguin, and another penguin. Huh? Here's a weaker penguin that's not gonna swim away. Here's a dead penguin. Here's a half-eaten penguin." So this guy's thinking like, "Oh, this guy can't hunt. He can't eat. He's gonna starve without me." The most deadliest predator in Antarctica is helping this guy out, trying to feed him.
Penguins.
With penguins.
So we know what we're going to be eating when things go down south.
Well, that's what they eat down there, is penguins.
The snozberries.
Snozberries.
Those don't exist.
Speaking of snozberries, so as we all know, Super Troopers 2 is being put into production. Within 24 hours, the Indiegogo campaign hit the 2 million mark they were making. And then they started making other goals. Right now, when I looked, and I might have to refresh this.
He's going to check right to the minute.
I
We're
am.
giving you up-to-date news, even though it's going to get released later in the week.
Maybe not till next week.
The record on Tuesday gets published on Friday. So our math may be a little wrong by the time you hear it.
We take our model from Friday Night SmackDown that's filmed on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, so currently they have a new goal for $3.5 million. They're at Nah, that's too much work. $3,393,622.
So 3.4 million.
Yes.
Round up, fucker.
I'm not rounding. We said exact numbers. So,
Which will change by Friday.
If you refresh right now, it will be a different number, so stop.
hold a sec. Nope, nobody's donated in the past 10 seconds.
Alright, so what's
621.
the benchmark?
The benchmark currently is... It was $2 million.
Right. What's
Next
the
goal is
new one?
$3.5 million.
Okay, what does it do?
More money.
I understand that.
Better movie.
Better movie,
Better effects.
some superstars, cool perks. I'm just trying to see.
Basically, the $2 million was their goal, just to get the movie going with just them.
So it made this 2 million mark. Right now it's 3.5 million for their current projected goal. I don't know what the perks are. Just trying to look. They have so many fucking videos right now. Most of them are Farver trying to jack off in the trunk. Every time they reach a new goal, it's them going up to the trunk and it's going, "Hey Farver, yeah, you let me out? Oh yeah, that's the problem. We made a goal though. Great. Why can't you let me out of the trunk? Yeah. How does another million sound? Another million? Yeah. And then we'll let you out. Okay. Another million's fine.
I think we all need to watch the first one again. It's been a while since I've seen it.
We do. That's a classic. Actually, that was one of the perks. If you $30 or the $50 perk, you can get both movies, 1 and 2, when it comes out on DVD. They'll send it to you.
Nice.
For $30, it's not bad.
Yeah, but that's
Pretty good
also. I think there's something else involved. You get like the $10, $5 perks or something. They do have a $1 perk. If 26,000 people donate $1, they will all photocopy their asses in high quality, and then 100 random people will be selected from that list, and they'll mail them to them signed.
Let's get on it.
I'm actually going to do that on Friday. So, if you're interested,
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
I'll give you $1 right now.
right now. Okay,
The MercGoat conspiracy is officially donating to the cause.
we are. We have $8. Do I have $2? I got $2 right here. Do we have $3?
Who says we're not charitable?
It's $4.
We got $4, and hopefully,
Some pictures of asses coming to our way.
at least one of us will have ass.
Hang that in the foyer.
There you go.
You can just give me money later on when I do it on Friday. Actually, I'll do it later
Okay.
today.
So there you have it. We are officially donating to the Super Troopers 2.
And ass. First time I put $1 in ass in a while.
First time I put ass hanging up in my living room.
So before Ginger whips his ass out, we're going to change the subject.
All right, so Tron 3. We got Olivia Wilde back, which is amazing.
Yeah, she was the what's her name? The chick in the movie.
The chick in the movie? Yeah,
Yeah.
she was
Good.
definitely a chick in the movie.
Glad we have a female role in that movie.
I thought she was
Before
going to play the
feminists
man.
come at us.
Well, she is
Maybe
a
they'll be
badass
black
chick
right
in the movie. And,
Yeah.
let's narrow it down a bit.
Black guy don't live in the computer.
Let's go back. Everyone here has seen the first Tron, obviously.
Oh,
No.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I haven't seen the Tron Legacy. I haven't seen Tron 1. I understand what it's about.
I watched those at Dave's. How did you not see
You
those?
lived
I
at
stayed
Dave's.
in the room and didn't go anywhere.
So the first movie is really cool because it came out in '82, and the special effects.
They were fantastic for that.
Well, let's jump ahead maybe like 5 years prior to that.
Mm.
Star Wars comes out. George Lucas changed the whole film industry, creates the whole special effects industry on a level like no one has ever seen, and bam, his name's on every movie that comes out today.
Right.
Skywalker Sound, Industrial Light and Magic. This movie comes out, and I want to say might have done the same thing for computer special effects rather than what George Lucas did.
Right.
Because it's a really, really cool movie with really cool effects. Even to this day, I watch it. I'm like, this movie came out in '82. They didn't even have a Nintendo out in '82. We were still playing the Atari 2600 and the Intellivision. But it's an awesome movie. Then they came out with Tron Legacy. I fucking loved Legacy. I thought it was a great sequel. Some people gave it, it's a blah, blah, blah. You know what? You can go fuck yourself. I liked it. You saw it.
I also liked it.
You liked it. We might have to do a Tron like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it, Merc?
Yes,
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask you because you didn't watch either of them.
Nope.
All the beer drinkers apparently look like Tron.
So, we should
I like
study.
the computer wore tennis shoes. That's all thrown in there. The Kirk Cameron one, not the old one.
Wait, there was a new one?
Yeah, Kirk Cameron, the remake with him in it.
When was that done?
Oh god, mid-90s.
Because I saw the original with Kurt
No, there
Russell.
was a mid-90s with Kirk Cameron remaking it.
Was it as bad as Kurt Cameron Saves Christmas?
I never saw that. I can't
That just
compare.
came out. That just won like several Razzies this past year.
I don't know what that
Wow.
is.
That's like worst movie awards.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the opposite of the Academy Awards. So they pick the worst movies, worst actors, worst actresses, etc., etc.
And that brings us to this week's. This week we have Brandon Lee and Paul Walker. In case you didn't know, they're both dead movie stars.
Brandon Lee is actually the son of Bruce Lee.
So, we're going to start with Zorn. What happens?
Personally, I'm all about Brandon Lee. I believe that he is going to ninja kick the fuck out of Mr. Walker. I just, think that the bloodline of Bruce Lee going down into his son is undefeatable, and that is why he's going to win. No matter what Mr. Walker does, it's just going to be, I block. And I punch you in the face.
He didn't block that bullet.
He did not block that bullet. He caught it for everyone else.
Something only Left Shark would do for us.
Ginger.
Brendan, like,
Reason?
the crow versus the guy who drives a car. The crow wins.
Yeah.
I'm going to elaborate on what he said and agree with him, and I'll say...
You're not going last for once?
I won't go last.
Wow.
Oh my god!
I will see Brandon Lee. Okay, we take the crow Brandon Lee, who's also actually dead Brandon Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first of all, he's dead to begin
He
with.
became the crow.
He
did
became
become the Crow.
the
There you
crow. Okay? Now, on top of that, he's the son of Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, if you guys have ever seen any of his movies, he's a nasty motherfucker at Kung Fu.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Lee,
He's our Goku.
yeah, so there we go.
Exactly.
Paul Walker drives a car. And Paul Walker drove another car. And Paul Walker drove another car. And he did this for 7 movies until he decided, hey, I want to be in that Hunger Games trilogy. And whammo, catching fire.
Oh my god.
So, look, if Paul Walker can't survive in a car, then how's he going to stop Brandon Lee? How would he stop Brandon Lee, who could probably just look at the car, push it to the side, and it explode in a fiery death?
This is my synopsis since Brandon Lee already won. This is what's going to happen. Paul Walker is going to drive at Brandon Lee and try to run his ass over. Brandon Lee, being the son of Bruce Lee, is going to jump on top of the car. However, as soon as he jumps on top of the car, something goes wrong with the nitrous tank, and the car explodes, killing both of them. Therefore, no one wins, since Brandon Lee already won.
So we're going to add them on to the
Brandon Lee.
what's it called there? The bracket.
I was going to pick him, but since you 3 already did, I wanted to make
Well,
it special.
the whole thing is, if you actually watch the Fast and Furious movies, in the last movie, he actually did get a good send-off, so when he died, at least it was with style.
I haven't seen any of
The
them,
last ride.
but I heard that the last one's the best one, from what I'm hearing. And I've never seen a single one. I really don't care, but I go through them anyways just to...
That's alright, I've only seen one and stuff.
I've only
So-
seen Tokyo Drift because it doesn't really matter for the most of the other movies.
Because there's Asian guys driving cars.
Well, the Asian guy in that car was a Fast and Furious 4 because Tokyo Drift, or that 4 somehow came before Tokyo Drift because the Asian guy died in Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, I knew that.
So 4 is somehow before that.
Well,
and
it's
then
supposed to be like 1, 2,
4,
4, 5, 6, 3, 7 or something. BS like that.
Numbers are not their
No, the
thing.
Asian guy. The Asian guy isn't in anything after 4.
I believe in continuity, according to one of my friends, that it's supposed to be just before the last
Wow, that sounds like the Chronicles of Narnia books when, what's his name murdered him.
one. Oh, yeah.
Because those aren't written in order either.
Not at all. Or we can always go into the Xanth books, which are like, hey, 1, 7, 3, 2, 4, 9, 12.
We're going to home
Did they just
stuff.
roll dice to figure out the book order?
Let's get two D20s. Boom. 42. But there was a third one involved. We didn't tell you about that.
And that was the first book. The 42nd book, that's the first one.
Well, to change to a little bit more serious subject, recently this week we had a band full of metalheads, or metal bands rather, crash and actually killed 3 of the members, and some of them are still in the hospital. Pretty shitty situation. 2 new bands, Chaotica and Wormreich.
Are they German? I'm going to ask now. They sound like German.
They're actually from the south.
So maybe doom metal-y.
I
Black
think
metal?
I think they're black metal, death metal.
I believe you're right.
The singer of Chaotica is actually pretty cute. She's very, very cute.
Oh, there's a chick in that band.
She is okay. Not that it matters. No, I mean,
No,
I don't want anyone to die, but I'm very glad that the chick is okay.
No, the
she's not
question I
gonna-
have: were they any good? Because that really weighs in my opinion if it would be sad or not.
I mean, they're brand new bands. They still
So
develop.
they have potential.
Some
But
bands
not
suck
anymore.
at it.
Oh.
Only 3 of 12 are dead. They could make a new band with like
That's a
all
fourth
the.
of the group gone.
They could. There's 2 different bands. They could make a single group become better with all the surviving
They can
members.
become Chaos Reich. You don't know.
Chaos Reich? I think it's a fantastic name for a band.
We just made a new band.
We're helping you guys out more. Yeah.
All joking aside, it really sucks when anyone of the metalhead community dies, especially since the driver, which was one of the members of one of the bands, fell asleep at the wheel to cause all this, and then the right side basically got taken off by a tree, and the members on the right side were ejected. So, pretty shitty.
It's upsetting, especially coming so close to the 1-year anniversary since Dave Brocky died, which was about a week ago we celebrated. Well, not celebrated, but that was the frontman of Guar, Odorous. As we all know, quick summary, died on April 1st, and the article was posted the same day. So all of us in the metal community were like, April Fools? And then when the local Virginia newspaper published it that day, it was like, oh fuck, it's not a joke.
Love David Brocky, but don't die on April Fools if you want to make anyone sad.
Only he would do that.
It was a heroin overdose, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how the...
I know Randy of Lamb of God was very upset when he found out.
So that was the first band that took him out on tour.
Yep.
That was when they were Burn the Priest.
I still have that album.
Is that any good?
Awful. If we're being honest. But speaking of awful that we enjoy, Ginger came up with the idea last week to do 90s guilty pleasure songs. Songs from the 90s that you don't want people to generally know that you still listen to. Since Ginger came up with this idea, he's going to go first.
Now, I was listening to one of the light rock stations with my girlfriend in the car, and they played NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye. I was able to sing that word for word along with the band.
Oh my god!
Now, I'm not saying that's my guilty pleasure song, but it is off that album, Space Cowboy. Great.
He knows the album.
It's a, you go back, you listen to these bands that you hated, and you go back and listen to them like, hey, this isn't half bad. Like, you listen to, like, OMC, How Bizarre.
How bizarre.
Yeah. It's actually not a bad song.
Paul Bazaar. He has an interesting voice. To
He
say
does.
the least.
That was kind of like when we saw, and this isn't my favorite song, but just you mentioned, songs that come on the radio. When we saw Dog Fashion Disco a couple years ago, they opened up the first night, I think it was the first night, they opened up with Livin' La Vida Loca.
Yep.
And I didn't know anything from Dog Fashion Disco up until that point.
We came out. You came out. Another American landmark just came out. Mr. Ricky Martin.
And that was the only song I knew the lyrics to. Don't know why, don't ask me why, but I only knew the lyrics to Livin' La Vida Loca at a metal concert.
So what would be your guilty pleasure song then?
First of all, it's not a guilty pleasure because I have no problems admitting it to people. Second of all, it's the Night at the Roxbury soundtrack. First of all, there's something about 90s dance music that just sticks out of most dance music.
Is it What Is Love by Hadaway?
No, it's the whole album, the whole soundtrack. What Is Love? That whole soundtrack, I can throw it on and people are like, what? We just listen to death metal? Yes, we were fucking listening to death metal. Now we're fucking listening to 90s dance.
The best time to play that is after you play death metal to make people confused.
Oh, yeah. That was like when we used to leave the church parking lot when I was growing up. My brother, when he had his little shitty cavalry, he'd have his trench coat, his cowboy hat, put in his pipe, Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake, followed by I Will Kill You by Cannibal Corpse. It makes people go, what? What? But no, that whole...
If you're leaving church, you should have, like, the church music. Like, oh, Jesus, hold me. And then, like, have a song that transitions very slowly into, like, Cannibal Corpse, like a song that opens up with just a double bass.
Or just play Ghost and, fake people out. That sounds like a lovely band. Yes, it is. Actually, it is.
Wait, did they just say Lucifer? Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that whole soundtrack, especially the movie, it's a classic.
Alright, so we're moving on to me, and I have Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract. I watched that for fucking ever. Yes, everyone is laughing at me. I watched that forever when I was a kid in the 90s. They were all kind of crying to themselves. And I believe mine is actually the guiltiest of guilty pleasures.
I don't think I'm going to top that. I kind of wish I didn't have to go last. Now I'm trying to think of something that I don't like just to one-up you, and I know
It better not be Wonderwall. I fucking hate that song.
I hate Oasis.
That's horrible.
No, I'm going to stick with my original. I love Bare Naked Ladies. But the thing is, I still listen to them. I love Old Apartment. I think that's a great song.
They still tour and come around.
Yeah.
They're a good band.
But I think this is great. I wouldn't really class one as a guilty pleasure if you still listen to them. Like, he was like, oh.
A lot of people, when I play them, go, really, you're playing this? I'm like, yeah. So apparently you guys are a little more open, but a lot of people aren't.
No, I just thought you like a guilty pleasure song, be like, oh man, Backstreet Boys, Millennium, had that album, great album.
I really don't
Did you?
have it.
Yes. That's a true story. I have the Pokemon the Movie album. I have Big Willie Style.
I have Marky Mark and the Funky Bunches album.
Ooh. I mean, I still listen to Big Willie Style every now and again. Let's hop that in.
But that's Will Smith. I mean, even
Have you heard those songs on there? They're not good.
are we talking about the ones that were on the radio?
No, the ones on the album.
Yeah, some of them were pretty not good.
Well, that was everyone.
Pretty
Look,
not good.
it was the '90s. Everyone was getting off the coke. That explains Vanilla Ice. That explains,
Get
Public
Jiggy With
Enemy.
It was really just about cocaine seizures.
Well, apparently Buck Cherry's debut song was about him, getting down off of coke.
I love how good silent. Everyone's like, "Oh, we went there."
No, we always go there. That's for damn sure.
You got Snow by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So while on music that is guilty pleasure, sometimes when you have a guilty pleasure song, as we realize, you have horrible, horrible lyrics. Last week we did country. This week we're going to do horrible rap lyrics. This week I'm going to start because it seems like everyone wants to one-up me right now. This is from a rapper called Freeway, which is an interesting name as it is. He writes, "We are from two different cities, Minnesota and Philly."
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
I did not know Minnesota was a city.
You didn't? I do. I go there
I
all the
learned
time.
a lot today.
I vacation there every summer.
What state is Minnesota in?
It's in the state of
Montana.
Canada.
It's in Canada. Okay. It's a state in Canada. Zorn.
State Tosa.
Alright, so personally, I got Ice Cube. It was a good day. And the specific lyric is, "And my dick runs deep. So deep. So deep. Put her ass to sleep." Now, I believe that if you're actually trying to have sex, if you're putting her ass to sleep, just right off the bat, what the fuck is going on here?
Playing in the mud ain't working for me.
A friend of mine did have a very interesting saying. He's not exactly the most moral of people. But he used to have the saying, if there's no grass in the playing field, go around back and play in the mud.
But I like to play in the mud.
Well, if there's no grass in the playing field, you're already going to jail.
Wow.
Yeah, we were 18 when he was saying that. So that's
What if
besides
you
the
weed
point.
whacked it? I mean, some girls weed whack it.
Oh yeah, but when we were 18, mind you, I'm the older of the bunch here. That really didn't happen that much back then.
Oh, you were that guy. You were the older guy.
Yes, I'm the older guy.
That guy. SLB.
So mine comes from actually a very popular song back like 10 years ago. Everyone remembers Kanye West.
Nope.
No.
Oh god.
Who's
No.
that fucker?
He was the guy that,
Oh,
Next
doesn't he
sec-
think he's Jesus?
yeah, he just actually came out with a book called The Book of Jesus, where every mention of God and Jesus has been replaced with Kanye. No
Oh
joke.
my god.
Actually, Beck is better still, I think. But so everyone,
At least he admits he's a loser.
oh yeah, so why don't you just kill him? So do we all remember the song Celebration?
Yes.
Celebrate
You remember-
good times.
not that one.
Oh.
You know,
Well,
yeah,
fuck
you know what this is? It's a celebration, bitches. Grab a drink, grab a glass. After that, grab your ass. That
Nope.
song, nobody knows that song.
No.
Anyways,
We don't listen to shit.
sometimes I put my head in the shit just so I can go, I feel better about myself.
It's kind of like going to a state fair. You see the 900-pound woman eating a corn dog, and you just feel better about your life automatically.
That's just me every day at Walmart.
I have a thing that I have to admit about going to a state fair once. I actually was on the teacups, and I put my head back, and I'm on a date, mind you, which is really, really horrible. So I put my head back, and the thing whips around, because, it's one of those spin yourself ones. I actually got sick on the teacups, and that was a fantastic, fantastic date for me.
Was it with your cousin?
No. It was with my soon-to-be second fiance.
Oh, nice.
Soon to be second fiance. I like that. Man, moving up in the world. So, anyways, it's the last verse of the whole song. And it goes, "See, you know my style. I'm very wild, and I vow that my child will be well endowed, like his daddy. And tell him that your mama had a fatty." I think that means ass, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
He
I'm
looked
sure
up
it
at-
wasn't a tumor.
You don't know that.
Or a joint, maybe.
Or a joint.
That's what I was thinking. He looked up at me and said, "Daddy, that's the reason why you had me?" Yup, we was practicing till one day yo ass bust through that packaging. You know what, though? You my favorite accident.
At least he admits it.
Yeah. I mean, my brother can't say that. I mean, he has 4 kids. So,
Ginger, can you top that?
Well, probably not, because I went the easy route and went with Lil Wayne. Now I'm going to read you his last verse, and you tell me what's wrong with it. They don't make 'em like me no more. Matter of fact, they never made it like me before. I'm rare, like Mr. Clean with hair. No brake lights on my car rear. Never had life, and I never had fear. I rap like I done died and gone to heaven, I swear. And yeah, I'm a bear, like black and white hair, so I'm polar. And they can't get on my system, because my system is the solar. I am so far from these others, I could eat them for supper, get in my spaceship and hover. Hover.
The problem with that is it made no fucking sense.
Wow.
So first and foremost, he's getting a ticket for no rear brake lights.
Yes.
Also, he doesn't exist because I've never seen Mr. Clean with hair.
Exactly.
Bruce Willis.
Ooh.
I respect Bruce Willis too much.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, you don't see him with hair.
And I don't think a polar bear has black and white
Apparently, you
hair.
didn't see the first Die Hard. He had hair then.
Oh shit, yeah, he was thinning, huh?
Yep.
Oh, and in The Kid, he had a wig on in The Kid, if I'm not mistaken. That
He had
Disney movie?
hair in Fifth Element.
He didn't
Yeah,
have
Zorn
hair.
just watched that last week.
Oh wow, okay, never mind. I stand corrected. Or I sit corrected.
You sit down, fucker.
Now.
So that brings us to John's metal moment of the week.
So, we like to talk about metal things that are metal, things that can be metal, that you would not think are pretty metal. Today, we're going to talk about pineapples. That's right, a fruit is metal. Did you know that the pineapple has an enzyme on it that breaks down proteins and meats? That, you know the little sour feeling you get while biting into a pineapple? That's the pineapple eating you back.
What?
Yes. While you eat the pineapple, it eats you.
What?
That is quite metal.
So wait, it actually it eats you?
Yeah, it does. The enzyme does.
Because they have the enzyme that breaks down proteins. And
Wow, that's fucking metal.
So next week, Christmas trees.
Actually, yeah.
so I'm not sure if you heard about this, but back in 1932 in Australia, there was this thing going on called the Great Emu War.
Only in Australia.
Where everything can kill you.
Everything.
Including the emu.
Hey, we have a friend that got attacked by an emu.
Yeah. But basically, it was 50,000 men with machine guns fighting emus.
Well, trying to say props, but yeah.
But they lost.
They
The emus
horribly
won.
lost.
What was the body count? I'm curious. I know they killed like some outrageous amount of emus.
It was a lot. The thing was, they only winged a lot of them, so they didn't kill a lot of them right away, but they predicted they probably dropped 2,000 through injuries later, or something like that. They only killed a couple hundred with shooting them. Right
Yeah,
away.
and there was about 20,000 new ones that showed up just out of nowhere.
But no, but I'm talking about human casualties.
Oh, human casualty.
I believe there was 0.
Yeah. They went through 10,000 rounds of ammunition, but...
To kill, think about that, jeez.
Yeah, and they didn't even win, like...
What, do they hire the fucking stormtroopers? Honestly.
Pretty much.
And Ensign Ricky there, red shirts from Star Trek, shooting the fucking stormtrooper blasters. I wonder why you're not winning.
So last week we also mentioned that we were going to do car anagrams. They came up, so I had everyone look up their favorite. We're going to start with Zorn.
Well, personally, I like Ford's Fix or Repair Daily.
Classic.
It's a classic, and it also states something that could possibly be true.
Probably true. Most likely true.
Most of the Fords I've owned.
My personal favorite is BMW. Bought my wife. Because I think most people that I know that own a BMW are female and probably married or engaged. I don't think I know any guys that own a BMW. Fact.
Now, when we were talking about this last week, MercGoat over here was saying, like, I'm pretty sure there's no Pontiac without a racial slur in it. And you know what? I found one. People on narcotics think it's a Chevy.
That's true.
That's not bad. I found Hyundai. Hope you understand nothing's drivable and inexpensive.
That explains the Tiburon sitting in my front yard.
Yes, SLB has a crashed Tiburon in his yard. Something that came up earlier,
We just had to put it in
we
here.
had to put in here, it was spur of the moment, much like most porn scenes seem to be, is how we all watch porn.
Okay, so first and foremost, let me clarify what we mean. There's two types of people in this world. There are people that watch porn, and then there are people that watch porn. So let me
For the
clarify.
story?
So
Hey,
there are
some
people.
porn have story.
Some
I know,
people
I've
watch
seen them.
porn to watch it, and get your business done with. And then we have Ginger.
Well, yeah, I'll get my business done, but if I see a weird turn of events, I'm going to question how it got there. Like, the son walks in, he meets the mother, he meets the daughter, blah, blah, blah. They're shaking hands, they're sitting down, they're doing whatever. I fast forward, 45 to 50 seconds. Next thing I know, the mother's eating the kid's ass. Where did that go? How did that happen in 50 seconds, and how can I learn that technique? This is what I want to know.
Well, I don't really care. I mean, I'm not a sexually active person, but I just chew and screw, I just want to chew and screw, get it done.
You just want to see Titty's ass and spank it, like in the express lane.
Yeah, exactly. I want to go.
Do you make the angry face while you're doing it, too? Let's get this done! Oh.
No, I was listening to the Violent Femmes. I think I'm turning Japanese.
So you think you're getting smaller?
I personally kind of agree with Ginger. I actually want to know what the fuck happened, how we got here. Personally, I like to see the whole lead up and just all right, I can understand this, and there it is. All right, cool. But also, as we were just mentioning, some of them actually have storyline. When I was 10, I was sleeping in my mom's room. I was actually sleeping, and I woke up to this on Skinemax. So I'm sleeping on this little itty bitty like inflatable cushion thing, and I stretch and I wake up and I fall off and I look at the TV and I'm like, why are they humping? And mind you, I'm 10, so I actually start to watch this whole porn, and
scarred for life.
Apparently, it's about this painting, and the girls in the painting come alive at night and just hump the brains out of this poor little guy that's visiting this house. And it's set in a very posh, upper class atmosphere. So even when I was 10, I was just like, wow, there's a story here.
I'll tell you what not to watch. Anything like HBO or Cinemax or Showtime for porn, because that's the worst softcore porn ever. Don't watch softcore porn. Don't watch Lord of the G-Strings. I'm telling you that right now. Don't watch that.
I gotta kind of say that I'm right in the middle. I don't like watching it and she's eating her out. Oh, this is hot. All of a sudden he's fuck her in the ass and she's shitting. I agree that the transition has to be smooth, but I also don't want it to be so boring where I'm like, that's a really nice couch. And start looking at the things in the room because there's nothing going on for 15 minutes. It's them talking about it.
I don't know. I see some pretty good paintings in the background.
He's in the middle of going at it. It's like,
is that a Monet?
That looks like ghosts.
Ginger just made the motion you could actually see him right now. So credit to him.
Well, so did SLB. We stay in character. And scene.
Only if you could see us right now.
I'm not wearing pants.
I was going to say the same thing. So we can sit there and watch porn, but we won't sit there and watch Interstellar.
No, because porn's interesting.
I don't find porn that exciting unless there's 3 chicks in it. Honestly, if we're being honest.
Look, if a chick can't walk at the
end
of
the
the movie,
does a goat have to be in it for you too?
3 goats and a girl would be perfect.
Okay.
Oh, that goes about that movie we were talking about making earlier.
Goatception?
3 girls and a goat.
I like goats.
Goat sexual.
So we actually have a sponsor this week. So now, a word from our sponsor.
Are you a dumb whore who can't seem to keep her legs shut? Or you possibly have a piece of shit vehicle that needs to be fixed? Come on down to Moe's Transmission Shop and Abortion Emporium, home of their 2-for-1 abortion. If you limit 1 per customer, it's a great, great deal. You can sit there and have your abortion while your piece of shit vehicle gets worked on. Come on down today.
So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Now we're going to discuss how we think each other would get on Jerry Springer. We're going to start with Zorn, and you're all going to do the person on your left.
Person on the left. SLP. How did you get on Jerry Springer? Well, I've heard through many different sources, including yourself, that you have my propensity for dating the crazy. So, personally, the thing is the girl an alien or is she just whack? That's going to be his specific thing on Jerry Springer. Now, she could be just a crazy bitch or she could be from another world. And Jerry's going to go over this with great detail. And, of course, one of his girls is actually going to be from outer space because, mine probably are. So...
Women really are from Venus.
I believe that that's the whole Jerry Springer show for you.
So then she's gonna come out, and you're gonna be with her. This is my lover. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I can already see it. You and me wouldn't fight. There'd be another,
There's
bitch
gonna be a
that comes
drive-by
in.
with a UFO. It's gonna be crazy.
Yep. We have somebody painted all fucking green, 3 fucking eyes. What did he say? Girl, please translate.
I wonder if we could actually get on Springer and do something like that.
Oh, I'm sure we could.
SLB, how did Ginger get on Jerry Springer?
I'm gonna assume it has to do with killing a fiance. Or fucking some guy's goat. Or maybe the mixture of the two. Because, hey, I can fucking do what I want. Or it was the effects of Captain Jim Jack Turkey. I don't know. I'd say probably the mixture of the two.
Alright.
Ginger,
I can see me more likely to kill somebody, but that'll be why I'm on there.
how did I get on Jerry Springer?
How did you get on Jerry Springer? You ever see those episodes where it's like, I've been married to a man for the past 10 years and didn't know? I can see Rob parading as the woman.
Who would be the man?
I don't know who the man is, but Rob's the woman in the back are like, I'm secretly a man.
Hey, if the money's right.
It's a friend we have. I don't care what you are. I love you anyways.
Oh, don't be like that, baby. You know I still love you.
Alright, that leaves me to get to Zorn and how we got on Jerry Springer.
Tell me.
I think what happened was he invited 5 of the most crazy women, and he ran a D&D game with the 5 most craziest women. However, it turned into an orgy. But it's almost like Maury Povich. Because they all got knocked up, but you're only the dad of one of them.
Oh!
So you have to go through 5 women and their shenanigans of why they think you're the daddy.
Oh no, I think that is beautiful. But you see, the other 4 women are knocked up as characters I was playing in the D&D game.
He was the other women.
He was
What
the other
just
woman.
happened?
Inception.
So we have aliens, we have women that don't exist, a fiance killer, and somebody who tucks it.
Speaking of tucking it, I have a question for you. And you'll have to answer it truthfully. This is kind of like the Rosie O'Donnell one that you may have heard last week.
Okay.
You met the perfect girl. You've had sex with her. You've been with her together for, say, 2 years.
Sure.
Great relationship. You absolutely get along. You're absolutely the straightest person in the world. You're not gay. You're not bi. However, you find paperwork that your perfect girl used to be a guy. She got all the work done. You'd never know if you didn't find this paperwork, but you can confirm that she used to be a man. Would you stay with her, and how would you act? Starting with SLB, since we haven't started with you.
I'd probably look and go, huh. It's kind of like some other things I think I'd handle it. Yeah, the paperwork said she was a man, but I've been down there, and there's no manly things down there. So I might just live with it at that point.
So you live with it.
I might live with it. I don't, unless she started showing signs to creep me out. Because at that point, I mean, it's not like me, going down and making out with a tranny and then get to their place and go down and, oh, meatball sub, huh?
Yeah, there's no meatball sub. It's all been removed.
It's kind of hard to tell how you would react in a situation like that.
You just can't have kids with her.
Nope. I want kids, so fuck that.
Oh, so now he's out. Ginger.
So the plumbing has been, properly arranged, right?
Properly arranged, just can't have kids.
I'll probably act like it never happened.
You would deny it, but he stays with her. Zorn.
Alright, well, personally, it wouldn't bother me the fucking least.
Have you been there before?
No, I have not been there. Not yet, I'll have to preface. I don't know if I'll wind up ending up in this specific thing and be like, I remember this on the MercGoat conspiracy.
How did this happen? No!
This is less comedy, more prophetic.
I would actually go up to her and be like, I found this, and give her a hug and, tell her that I completely...
You fooled everyone!
No, just tell her that I completely, support everything that's going on. She doesn't have to worry about the secret anymore.
And then go, let's go celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary, and fuck! Bam! And scene.
And scene. Get in, get out, go.
I have to agree with Herbie, because I don't want kids. So that doesn't bother me.
You'd be like, no kids? Woohoo!
If you fooled me that long, good for you.
But what if they had it tucked and fooled you for that long?
Oh, I'd be out. If it's been surgically removed and they can fucking act the part perfectly fine, if they can't, even if I suspect the most minor thing.
So, the Kardashians' former father or stepfather there, that old Olympic swimmer, once he gets his parts removed, is he an option?
Too old.
Have you seen how he looks now? It's not a good future
Again,
for
I have to say, you aren't fooled. The only way you know is the paperwork. I would be fooled by other things first by him.
Oh, you mean that Adam's apple he has hanging there?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of a kill. So, as we come to the close, we're going to do 50 Shades of Ginger. I'm sad to announce that this is going to be my last week. Zorn is going to keep going next week. Without delay, here is the final part of my 50 Shades of Ginger.
Part 4. The ginger was not pleased with Sally's excrement. The ginger grabbed her neck and said, "You do not get to do that." Sally loved it. She got so excited with his hands around her neck, she started to squirt over to the ginger. The two midget gingers ran away to escape, their rearcocks dragging on the ground. The ginger knew Sally couldn't be phased. He knew she was the one. The ginger then masturbated for a few seconds, not all over her face. Right then, a tall man walked in. He confused look on his face. Both Sally covered in cum, and the ginger stopped to look at him. The tall man exclaimed, "I am the gigolo." Sally then realized what happened. She pulled a 45-hour purse and shot the ginger 9 times while screaming, "Rape!" The ginger collapsed. The dead ginger collapsed in a pile of cum, piss, and blood.
I had it end, and that was about the only way.
So you went as violent as possible.
I like it.
I went the Tarantino route on it. Anything else anyone wants to add?
No, I think we've said everything we need to say this week.
Yeah.
Excellent. Next week, Reality A.
Yes, Zorn, who we originally got to do a guest spot, has become a full-time member, but we're actually going to get him his guest spot next week.
Huzzah!
It's only been 5 episodes.
So before we close, you want to add anything?
I would just like to add that I'm thankful that I am not a guest spot and that I got to actually do this shit with you guys. I love it.
Yay! SLB.
Nothing. Hopefully next week we can. So we're hitting April. All the tours and festivals are going on, so maybe we'll have some information. We can talk a little bit more into what's going on in the music world. I don't really have anything else besides that.
Ginger.
Just to clear something I said on the last episode, my Pirate Tyrannosaurus Rex, he does shit everywhere. I said he doesn't. I used to keep it in a box, but no. He shit everywhere, and I can't control it. So if you have any type of waste management that you can get a hold for me, that would be wonderful. Thanks.
Have you had the premarital sex problem with your T-Rex yet?
No.
I've had to have the talk, and it's not looking pretty right now.
No, I keep him away from other ones.
Well, she keeps going out in this slutty dress and this fucking just...
Mine just keeps shitting. Mine just keeps shitting.
Okay.
He's out of leash, he's just shitting, like in the pool. I swim in that pool, and he's shitting.
Well, he just thinks it's the toilet. It's fine.
Big one.
No, that's my pool for swim time, not his shit spot. He's an asshole.
Just realize that it may be not, in fact, filled with water.
It's like that scene in Caddy Shed.
Well, no, I clean it out. I make sure it's clean.
How long does that take?
A day. It's a lot of shit, okay? Have you ever seen a Tyrannosaurus Rex shit?
Not recently.
If a T-Rex shits in the pool.
We're about to close the show. Here's 15 minutes about T-Rex shitting.
There's so much shit!
Thank you, everyone.
Have a great night. See you next week.
Shit! You know when you get sushi, you get that little pink shit? Ginger.